The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Carson-Newman completes a sweep of the Lincoln Memorial Rail Splitters with Coach Tom Griffin. I'm Michael Watrang for the Eagles Sports Network. And Coach, let's break down game by game first and foremost. That first game took the offense a few minutes to get going there, but how important was it to scratch across a couple runs, trailing 2-0, to help change that game against their starting pitcher, who did a really nice job?
Oh, he did a great job. He had some injuries. Local kid up in John City, Chattanooga State, came in there and had thrown 5 innings up there, but he always has had a live arm. And he had a great outing right there. I mean, that was quality stuff, and he had great command. So we talked about it like in the fourth. Like, this is one of those Steeler-Brown December games. The weather is snowy. You're only getting 3 yards, 1 yard rushing. You can't throw the ball. It's a 3-0 game at half. You know it's going to be tight all the way to the end. You're just hoping you can find something to get a spark, whether it's a hit, whether it's a great defensive play, whether it's someone making a mistake on the other team. Fortunately, we got that. Micah Jenner, nice job going backside. We were able to scrap a run across. But you knew it was going to be one of those just knuckles on the ground, man versus man, till the end, no doubt.
We can talk about Micah Jenner, potentially just him in that at-bat, but let's talk about the team as a whole. Because you really didn't have a hit that was like, oh, gosh, we're going to score 3-5 runs in this inning. It was RBI ground up, move the runner over, get a wild pitch to move over. What's that say about your group that you were able to scrap some runs across, even though you might not have been blistering balls to gaps? You
got to do that. There's days you got a guy like him today who was on. I mean, he's 92. He was spotting it well, a hard slider and tough to stay off of. So you got to see, can you work the count? If you get to 2 strikes, can you find a way to put a ball in play? Because there's at least a chance with a ball in play that something could happen. And I thought some of our bats, we didn't do a good enough job making adjustments to compete better. And I think some of those innings were too easy. Every inning you want to have a pressure inning. They were actually getting guys on because we were falling behind in the count sometimes or giving up 2 strike hits. So every inning they had a guy on. It's like, that's a pressure inning because that guy's got to be, there's a little more going on. We weren't doing that. And I felt like that was not a good approach on our part that we've got to get better at. I thought, it just felt like sometime we were kind of just going through the motion. I didn't feel the intensity of, and we talked about this, you got to play that game like it's 0-0 in the ninth. And some say, well, you don't want to get tight. No, it's not tight. It's just playing with the ears up a little bit, perked up, and you just play with a little edge to you. You can still play loose because you're communicating and you're helping good things happen, but you got to play with an edge. You can't go with, it's another game right now. No. I don't want to do that. I want to play like a 0-0, bottom of the ninth. I'm expecting this ball to be hit to me. And I think sometimes we got there was a little bit too much calmness. And then all of a sudden, we had some misplays to pick off the first. We had some sloppy play. Now, is that because the bodies were tired? We talked about these long 4-game weekend series. Did the bodies get tired? Did the mind start to wander off? We didn't maintain focus. We got to figure out why that is, because you can't afford to do that and then be consistent in winning. It'll catch up to you.
When you look at manufacturing runs, the same could be true about manufacturing outs in that second game, because Mason Mooney was able to give you 3, and then he had to turn it to the bullpen, and Jackson Harbin did a nice job. Yes. Of course, Shaver, then Wright, and then Cagle came in. Monster spot, had a couple balls go to the backstop, still made some big pitches. What can you say about how your pitching was able to respond despite the fact that they were giving up some sloppiness?
Well, and Matt Parkson did a good job defensively. We had a pick off there first. We had a good execution of the double steal, getting the runner at home. And I thought he managed the stat because he had a lot of different pitchers coming through. We had a chance today. Mooney gave us a good start. We had a chance today to piece some things together to try to get us to Jake Wright, was our plan. And we had a couple guys do a good job in limiting the damage, making pitches when they needed to. You're right. And then Jake Wright, unfortunately, we had to use him in game 1. Didn't want to. He was really just to finish up game 2, but he gave us a chance to win that ball game. He came in, gave us all he had, and then it was great to see Cagle, who listen, been in our program a while, had to overcome a surgery and an injury to his arm, rehab back from it, and you're sitting there watching, like, man, that's cool. And that's so cool to see that guy, what he's had to overcome and be in our program, and he's been a good leader on and off the field, and to see him have that success is very gratifying, no question about it.
Now won 13 consecutive home games. You're 14-1 here at home this year. Your team responds after losing 5 straight by sweeping a team that had owned you the last few years, won 15 of the last 17 meetings entering this weekend. How much does this weekend help build for next weekend getting ready for the Tusculum Pioneers?
Well, we got to first enjoy what tomorrow is, and that's the thing we reminded our guys what tomorrow means. I want our guys to really take a time to think about what tomorrow is signifying, and for us to appreciate and to celebrate that. That's first thing. After that, all we're going to worry about is look at what happened this weekend and try to work on some of the things we've talked about in the pitching area, in our approach at the plate, in taking care of the baseball, allowing the bodies to heal, because some guys, you look at Micah Jenner, 4 straight games out there, Zach Bose, and then we got some injuries that happened again. Jordan Griffin may have a knee injury. Hopefully we'll get some guys back. Let the bodies heal. And then again, one day at a time. Let's get a little bit better today, and that's what we're going to do Monday. Can't look too far ahead because we talk about process over results. And so, listen, they know who they're playing next week. And I can't sit there and say, just worry. They know they got Tusculum coming in. It's a great rivalry that we've had with them. And but our jobs as coaches say, just worry about yourself. Be the best version. Take care of one day at a time in the process over the results. That's all we can do. And we're going to hold to that during our training. No question about that.
Coach, we got some time here. Sun's still out. Go paint some eggs. Enjoy your scavenger hunt tomorrow, and happy Easter.
Well, happy Easter to you. We appreciate all you do. The coverage is absolutely first class always, and we really appreciate you doing that. But the Final Four tonight, your choices for the final here. Who do you have?
Well, I feel like I saw a tweet before I got down here that Baylor was up. So I feel pretty confident that I got a shot to get that one, although by the time I get back up there, I'm sure they'll be losing. And I'm taking the Zags. I picked them from day one. Who you got?
I have to go the same way. I mean, it's hard not to do that right there. No question about it. And then the women's finals, who do you like in that?
I got to go Stanford after what they did the other night. I mean, impressive from Arizona to knock off UConn like that. But I'm going to go Stanford. They've been consistent all year. What are you going with?
Love Stanford's height and athleticism of those young ladies is absolutely incredible. 6'3", 6'5", look like point guards the way they operate. I'm with you. I'm with Stanford on that.
We're either going to be very happy guys come Monday night, or we're going to be totally wrong on this. We'll hold ourselves to that. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Michael.
He's Coach Tom Griffin. I'm Michael Watching for the Eagle Sports Network.